Lumenworks is this art company or decorations company that keeps showing up on my Instagram feed, my Facebook feed, everywhere I look. I keep seeing ads for this. So I thought, let's buy it and check it out. Now, this is a very sharp knife, so I thought I would be very careful opening this package. I hope these are as cool as they look. So the deal that I bought was 3 for $99, or buy 2, get 1 free. Let's see how they look. I did get 1 of each that was offered. Packaging seems pretty decent. Coming right into the first one. Well, I'm already learning something new. I didn't know they already had lights built in. I thought they were a see-through panel that you had to add lights to. So here's the back. Okay, cool. All right. Check it out. Nice wooden frame. Plexiglass front. A little bit of spacing issues on the side, but overall pretty decent. Let's grab a Temu power bank and check it out. So grabbing the power bank, we're going to go ahead and feed it in there. Now, real quick, before I turn it on, taking a look at the back, you can see there are multiple options and ways to connect it to the ceiling. Also, if you look at the side here, there is a way to slot in possibly different artwork held in with a small piece of foam, it looks like. So if you haven't seen this Temu power bank, make sure to go check out some of my previous Temu videos. Looking at the cable, we have multiple different power options: on, off, up, down, and repeat. Not sure? Let's try them out. On button, here we go. Looks like we're gonna have to cut off a couple lights. So looking at it from the top down, here is off, here is on. Now it does look awesome. Build quality feels great. Problem is, it doesn't seem nearly as bright as it looked in the images. I wonder what kind of panel they're using to light this. Now there's also a chance they're trying to use this to not completely light up the entire room. All right, taking a look at the LEDs behind the panel, you can see if you remove the strip here, it slides right out. It's actually a rubber strip, and you can see the lights behind. Those are some very disappointing LEDs in the back for the average cost of $50 per panel. So one of my options here, this is a battery-powered light from Ulanzi. I believe this one was around 45 bucks. Again, not a great comparison. We could easily put some strips in here to make this brighter, but let's just say if I put this in the box and put that underneath it, it does look better, but the light isn't quite distributed as well. But again, it's just a very disappointing amount of light that's in there. This needs to be brighter. Now let's double check and make sure that maybe it's the wattage coming out of this that doesn't make these bright enough. We'll try with a slightly stronger power box. If you haven't seen my video about this little neat guy, this might not be the best bang for the buck price comparison, but this is one of the most unique power boxes I've ever seen. This one here is made by FJ Dynamics, and it's like an all aluminum feel to it. The lights are still not that bright. Overall, super cool idea. You can see that they have the whole scene painted on the back here. If you take a look, you got the scene painted on the back. You have the white on the front, and when you put the light behind it, it glows through. So with every light shut off in here, that is about as good as it's going to get. The only lights that are on are my normal basic overhead lights, and they are not super bright. Let's give this one more test like this. So overall, first impressions, not impressed. The idea, super cool. The quality of the box, the quality of the print, the quality of the actual image, awesome. I imagine you could take some of your own markers and draw in here too and make your own little scene with this beautiful print behind. I mean, this print behind looks awesome. Honestly, it might look better just going in like this. But let's go ahead and get a couple lights back on. We'll open up the rest of them and go from there. This one here looks like a boy fishing on the side. And if we power it on, let's see if this one's any brighter. Now, I will say, right off the bat, that one actually already looks better. That is max brightness. Looks like we can cycle through some different colors here. Now, I think this one might be brighter because the colors in the back aren't quite as bright, but let's check out the last one and go from there. All right, last one up, here we go. Again, that is max brightness. Now again, I will say this one looks better. Even in these direct lights, this is a little bit easier to see. We use the overhead camera here a bit. You can see the colors shining through. A little bit of fitment issues here on the side. If you look, you can see kind of a gap there. You can kind of tap it and get it to go into place. Now, overall, coming into the quality of the wood images here, let's see if I can get a good reflection on it to see. So, a little bit hard to see, but there are some bubbles in this veneer they put on. Now, are these cool? Yeah, they're super cool. Are they worth $50 a piece? No, I don't think so. At 33 bucks a piece, not bad, but you think with the primary focus being the shine through, they'd put better lights in there. So there's no branding on any of this stuff, but the company is called LumenWorks. I didn't look up any reviews. I just kept seeing these ads and thought I'd give it a shot. Now, again, super cool idea. It's just if they put a little bit more effort into these LED strips, it could have made a world of difference. Pretty simple concept. Take the box, you know, have the stuff on the back here. Now this one here, they have a rounded corner drilled through, but that also causes the back to stick out a little weird. It's not protruding past, so it's not a huge deal, but you can see down inside, so you'd probably get some light leak through if the LEDs were even bright enough. Now what's really weird is these LEDs don't look like super cheap LEDs. You can tell by their distance apart. Let's go ahead and plug these ones back in here and have them on while we're looking at them. If you cycle through, you basically only have 3 different options. 3 different versions of white, a single version of bright white, like a 5K, and then more of a yellowish hue. But overall, the brightness just isn't there for me. So do I recommend these products as is? No. But is this an awesome idea? Absolutely. I mean, it's just, they're so dim as is. Even with all of my studio lights off, it was so hard to see these. I mean, if you look at the actual back of the image, you can see why. So let's go ahead and fix it. Let me find an LED strip that I have lying around, see if we can't make this shine through a little better. All right, so just a quick attempt at trying to fix this, or in my opinion, fix it. Honestly, for a lot of people, this might be plenty bright. Me personally, if I'm spending 50 bucks on these, or even the 33 with the deal, I want it to pop. I want it to be bright. That's how I like it. But I also want to be able to turn it down. So what I'm going to try some slightly different LEDs here. Now these are just some old cheap LEDs. These can be had just about anywhere for 5 to 10 bucks for a whole strip. You go on Temu, you can get them even cheaper. Although the ones on Temu are going to have the LEDs, the lights here, spread out further apart. Also known as lower density. So first, let's get these out of here. You can see they're held in here with some glue. They come up pretty easy. Now another really easy missed opportunity here. They could have made this backplane white and it would have reflected the light much, much better. I'm going to attempt to pry up the hot glue here without destroying everything. I don't want to ruin these lights. There's nothing wrong with them. I just think they would be better off a little bit brighter. So once we have that off, the strip, go ahead and slide right out the corner now. Now obviously there's a lot of different ways to do this, but this is the way we're trying. All right, so the only thing I really need fed through there now is this. You got this little connector that goes in through right here. And the back of these lights already have some kind of sticky tape on them. And I'm going to put a whole bunch in there. Now, if you go with super bright lights, that could be a problem because you're going to overheat inside this little box. So that might be another reason they kept it down. So with these light strips, we're just going to make sure to line up the little plus arrow with the plus arrow. Now, there are better ways to do these corners. If you guys want a full tutorial on custom light strips and stuff like that, let me know. I'll happily make it. I have built plenty of fully custom RGB strips going on. Now, pinching these strips like this can ruin them. I don't really recommend it. Again, this is just temporary. I just wanted to try it out. If I really want this to stick in here, we could throw down some dabs of hot glue. Plenty of different options that would make it stick a lot better. But I at least want it to stick long enough to give us a good take on what it's going to look like. Now with that set, what we're going to do is we're going to slide our image back in. Okay, now as a comparison to when we first saw this, aside from my LEDs not being exactly rounded in the right place, it's looking a lot better compared to what it used to. So in the first one, I think the biggest problem with this one being so dark is the painting on the back is so dark with the blues and blacks. But now it looks like it did in the images. And I don't have all of my lights shut off here. I'm back to the same lights I had before. I'm not sure how well that camera will pick it up, but we'll give it a shot. So in the end, are they worth it? I'd say yes and no. Personally, I'd like to see them a little bit brighter. I did throw the extra LEDs in this one just to try it out, but they were really just what I had lying around. If I had one of my good LED controllers left, I could have made this one super bright, kind of like my desk setup. So obviously the DIY version needs a little bit of work, but out of the three, this one was pretty dark. This one was very dark to begin with, and now I think it looks quite a bit better, given I would have to take some more time and really clean it up. Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, the overhead camera captures this a lot better in comparison. I don't know, just a fun little experiment. Thought I'd share these with you guys. Let me know what you think. You guys want me to buy more random ads from Facebook and Instagram? Let me know down below which ones you see all the time and you want to know if they're real, legit, or a scam. These overall, not a scam. They took about 2 weeks to get here, cost around $100 plus shipping. And aside from them being a little bit dimmer than I expected, they're not bad. The quality is pretty decent. Now I will say that these two here were actually quite a bit brighter to begin with than the other ones. Even though the LED strips are the same, I think that has something to do with the paint they used on the back of this one, trying to give it more of a dark aesthetic. So if you like videos like this, again, please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.